Okay, what's up guys? Today is No News Monday and I'm gonna go through exactly how I lost 91 euros and 60 cents. I took two trades during London session. I didn't manage to trade on New York session, unfortunately. I had some stuff going on, but I took two trades on UJ and one on GU and I got stopped out on both. So let me just go through them real quick. I'm not going to make it a super long video. Both of the trades were on my 5k evaluation of alpha funding, or what is it? Alpha funding. I think it's alpha funding, something like that. And yeah, let me just explain to you why I took shorts on both trades and why I got stopped out on both trades. If you go to the higher time frame, yes, I mean it would be kind of logic to go long since we're creating these higher highs and higher lows. But the only thing that I actually why I didn't go bearish is because we had these 1 hour fair value gaps here and we had this weekly open gap right over here, which is a super strong draw of liquidity, of course. Now I was just trying to look for something that would make sense. We had this 50-minute fair value gap right over here, okay? I didn't mark it out, but this should be a 50-minute fair value gap. And as you know, my strategy is I like to either get a liquidity sweep from a higher time frame delivery or just a continuation trade. Now this was just responding out of a higher time frame fair value gap, which was also on the 30-minute and also only on the 30-minute and the 15-minute. And we got this liquidity sweep right over here. And what we actually got is we got a 5-minute inverse right over here. We got a 3-minute small inverse, and also on the 1 minute, of course, we got multiple of these small inverses, a lot of fair value gaps, but I was looking more for like a higher time frame move actually. And we got this, where was it? Yeah, we got this 3-minute change in the state of delivery, which is beautiful, of course. So the setup was there. And eventually I wanted just to target these not Asia lows, but these significantly like lows that are standing out. I didn't want to target all the way until the gap because I knew that Forex moves a bit slow. It's a higher time frame move, like 5-minute move that I'm going after. So the chance that it will actually hit, especially on a No News Monday, eventually it did hit. It did eventually go to it pretty choppy and it took literally the whole day. Like if I entered here, boom, all the way until it actually got hit, 7 hours and 40 minutes. Damn, that's almost 8 hours for one trade. I'm not even a swing trader or anything. I'm a day trader. I don't want to be in trades longer than an hour max, But anyways, I set my break-even point to these lows and I got stopped out. Pretty self-explanatory, okay? So yeah, I got stopped out. If price eventually, it did internal liquidity sweep and it created another beautiful setup as well. We got all these inverse fair value gaps on the 5-minute. It's not better on the 5 minutes. But anyways, eventually it went to my take profit. Then if we go to GU, this was my second trade. This took really long, but I have more of a bias and a reason to go bearish. And overall, today was just, even if I go to NQ, it was just very bullish. ES, very bullish. Gold was neutral. GU, very bullish. But when I entered the market, which was at 9 in the morning, so that's right over here, that's for Amsterdam time, it was kind of in the middle. And we had these weekly open gap, of course, and all I wanted to see is basically just a reaction out of it, which we got. We created a setup and then eventually got stopped out. But this trade took really long. Like, I'm talking about really long. It took me, how long did it take me from enter to getting stopped out? Was it here? I don't know where I got stopped out. Here. Come on. From entry until getting stopped out like another 2-3 hours, something like that. It's a long trade, you know, a lot of chop. It went down, but nothing came out of it. I could have eventually went for break even if I wanted to, but fuck that shit. We got this 3-minute inverse fair value gap, pretty beautiful. I need to do inverse fair value gap. Basically, my hard time frame delivery is sweeping equal highs into this weekly open gap. We got this 3-minute inverse, and we got a change in the state of delivery on the 3-minute. The only issue is that I entered off a 3-minute change in the state of delivery with a 1-minute candle closure. So my 3-minute change in state of delivery would be right here, and I only entered off this, where was it actually? I think I'm saying it wrong. Am I? No, I'm not. Yeah, I just entered way too early, okay? My change in the state of delivery was all the way here, and I entered way too early. So eventually I would have entered, because eventually it hit my change in the state of delivery. But I was just a bit too early with it, so I'm still gonna count that as something to put my focus on the next time. So yeah, 2 trades. I targeted actually these Asia lows, because these were relatively equal Asia lows, and we also have trendline liquidity, because if you look here, boom, it's pretty obvious. Okay, it's pretty obvious that that's a pretty good strong draw of liquidity. Asia lows. Now, one thing I want to mention real quick before I end this video, lately I've been on a losing streak with a lot of trades that also don't show. As you know, I switched to futures as well. I trade Forex during London session and futures during New York session. But lately I found myself on a losing streak, a pretty like ugly one, because I feel like every time when I enter a trade, it's like every trade gets a bit less confident, and it's not demotivating me, but it's kind of just, you know, it's sitting with me, and it's like there are multiple things going on right now. But I don't want to let that demotivate me in a way of, oh, I should change my strategy. It's not for me. It's not going to work out. I'm going to blow the accounts, blah, 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 blah. I know what I signed up for. So, you know, it's also about just sucking it up and continuing. And that's exactly what's going to make you stand out. Even though sucking it up is pretty hard with certain things, not just with trading. But, yeah. But, yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. And I'll catch you tomorrow on Tuesday.